One area that many people have trouble with in dating is learning, how do I meet people or where do I meet people? And so in this video, I want to break down for you the 3 different ways that you can date and meet people. So there's passive dating, there's active dating, and there's online dating. Passive dating is simply meeting people by going about your regular day-to-day activities. So that could be at school, at work, while you're at the grocery store, at the gas station, picking up your dry cleaning. And in order to meet people in this organic way, you need to learn the skills of flirting and of giving the green light. Now, the green light often comes with eye contact. Certainly in Western cultures, that's how we usually give people a signal that we're interested. And that requires some practice and some understanding that for it to be a green light, it needs to be sustained for more than 3 seconds. A quick glance does not usually open the door for somebody to realize that if they were to approach you, that it would be okay and you would probably receive them with a warm welcome. The other part is learning to flirt. And learning to flirt requires getting in contact with somebody. And one of the easiest ways to start a conversation is to simply ask a question. If you're in the grocery store, you could ask somebody if they know where something is, where the tomato sauce is. And oftentimes people, if they're open to it, they'll then, show you, and you could ask them some follow-up questions and get in a conversation that way. And that's part of, learning to flirt, learning to give people signals that you are interested and open to meeting new people. The second way to date is what we call active dating. And active dating is about trading either time or money for the chance to meet somebody. To be actively dating, you first need to understand, what kind of person am I looking for? And where would they likely be? What kinds of activities would they normally do? What places would they visit? Where am I likely to meet this type of person? And this requires actively putting yourself in a place or an environment where you're likely to meet this kind of person. This isn't, going to your regular yoga studio or to your gym and hoping you're going to meet this person there. You need to really think more strategically. What would be their interest? Maybe there's a certain type of networking event that this type of person would attend. Maybe you're looking to meet a doctor, and so you'd want to go and have lunch at the hospital cafeteria. Will increase your chances of meeting a doctor. So active dating does take a little bit of thinking, planning, and going out of your comfort zone. It means putting yourself in a new situation. Oftentimes, you might be the only man attending an event with a group of women, or you might be the only woman attending an event where mostly men attend. But this is a great opportunity. It increases your chances of coming in contact with more than one person during the event and potentially starting a conversation that can continue on afterwards. And the third way to date is, of course, what we all know, online dating. Now, most people tell me they don't like online dating. They either avoid it for various reasons. They've had bad experiences. They don't think they're the type of person to online date, or they simply don't know how to use the apps in an effective way. I must encourage everybody, online dating is a fantastic place to meet people. And that's what it should be used for, as a place to meet, not a place to date. You don't want to be getting to know people over the apps, but certainly you can come in contact with a whole different network of people by using the apps. And the way to have an effective experience on the apps is to create an amazing profile for yourself that's going to speak to the men or women that you want to meet. Most people are lazy. They have a profile that doesn't contain very much information. They might only post 1 or 2 photos, and they're not telling a true story of who they are. When you create a great profile, showcasing, your authenticity, what's important to you, what makes you unique, not the classic sort of I'm open-minded, I like to travel, the things that most people just copy paste from other profiles. When you showcase your uniqueness, you're going to be interesting for the right person. You're going to repel the wrong people because they're not going to resonate with what you're saying. But for those people that are aligned with you, who share your values, your interests, those people are going to be really inspired to reach out to you and contact you. And that is one of the first places to start to use online dating effectively. The second part is, as I said, it's a place to meet, not a place to date. You want to move off the apps and into an in-person meeting, be that a telephone call, a video chat, or an actual date, as quickly as possible. And the importance of this is that when you spend a lot of time chatting with a person, only 15% of what we communicate comes from our words. The rest comes from our body language, our tone of voice, inflections, all the things that we don't get when we're chatting. And so, what happens when you get to know somebody over a chat is you're filling in those blanks with a fantasy. And if you've ever chatted with somebody for weeks or months over an app and then you meet them, you're often disappointed because the reality doesn't match the fantasy that you've created. And so, my number 2 tip for online dating is meet people and then have a telephone call or a video call and start to figure out, do we have compatibility? Do we have similar values? Is this somebody that I would like to invest time in getting to meet? And that will save you a lot of wasted time of chatting with people who either you don't end up meeting, or when you do meet them, they don't live up to the fantasy that you've had. Finally, I want to encourage all of you that, the more time you spend in one area trying to meet people, the more likely you are to burn out from that type of dating. So I always recommend try and use all 3 ways of meeting people in about a 30-30-30 split. Practice your skills of meeting people organically, going about your day-to-day activities. Think about places that you want to go to meet the kind of people you're looking for. And then use online dating, but not as your only tool for meeting people. And if you combine the 3 of them, you're going to open up the networks, you're going to meet lots of different people. If you feel that you could use some more support and guidance in really creating a dating strategy that feels authentic for you, that helps you meet the high quality type of person that you're looking to start a relationship with, reach out to me, send me a note, connect with me. I would love to help you create a strategy that feels really good for you and helps you enjoy the process of dating. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.